Hey, this is Wookie from Mandala Studios. Welcome to the workshop. This is part 3 of making a latex Grinch mask. Casting, mounting, painting. So to start with, we took our plaster mould and we wet it through. We want to damp the surface to reduce any air bubbles onto the surface of the plaster so that the latex sits all the way into those little details. You don't want to do too much water as you can get thin spots like that, but that's normally okay. Just put it in, pour it out. Then we fill up the mould and brush it in, making sure we don't get any air trapped, and we leave it to dwell for an hour or so. And once that's dwelled for an hour, we pour the latex back out, making sure to pour out as much of the latex back into the tub as we can, just so that we don't waste any, and we don't want to leave it to settle any thick spots where possible. Then we put it into our drying box, where it's just out of the way. Sometimes we warm that, but not all the time. Then, after a day or so, we pull it out, we talc the inside. You can see the latex has turned a sort of amber colour, so we know it's dry. Any white spots might not be fully cured and be very delicate when we take them out. And pull it out carefully, and you can see we've got one mask. So then we trim it, and to do that we just grab a pair of sharp scissors and run round the outside edge and the eyes, trying to keep a nice smooth cut line. Sharp nail scissors are what we use normally, sometimes embroidery scissors, but any sharp scissors will do the job. And put it onto a head. Now you can see here that the head form is slightly too big and is buckling the mask in places. See, it's not quite working out right in position. I keep trying to adjust it. It's not quite working. As I'm doing that, I'm splitting the mouth and trimming the eyes and all of the details we need. Just trying to get that whole thing to work together and see how it fits. I'm trimming up the back of the head to try and get it to the round of the head, try and relieve some of the pressure on it. It's at this point I remembered this was for a small-headed person, so I went back and grabbed the form the mask was cast on, which was the performer's head size. Once I did that, you'll see it sits on without any of that distortion around the sides, and it all works nicely. I again trim that up to the crown of the head so that there's no flap overlapping that point in the latex, so it can glue down evenly. And we're going to glue it in place with some latex. So we mounted this mask on a green lycra balaclava. I used green because the Grinch is green, but it was entirely covered with fur, so it didn't matter. And all we're doing is we're putting a layer of liquid latex onto the balaclava where the mask will touch it, and then we're going to put a layer into the mask itself, and we're going to dry it and use it like a contact cement so that as it becomes touch dry we put the two together. With this particular mask, because it's more of a 3/4 mask than a half mask, we've done this a little wetter than we normally would, so it didn't quite grab on that first point of contact, so we had a bit of time to position it and move it around. We dried it with a heat gun quickly because it was cold, because this was coming up just for Christmas. You see it's not grabbing too much, and I'm just positioning it around. Then you work down the edges, push it all in place, and once that's seated neatly without any buckling, we're going to brush around the edge of the mask boundary where it touches the lycra with another layer of latex just to seal the edge in, and we're just going to stipple it off so we don't get any runs. Then once that's all dry, we take it to the spray booth, and we've mixed up some green latex and some green ink, and we're just going to spray latex over the whole surface of the mask. This is just some green acrylic into some latex through a 1.8mm spray gun, and we're just trying to get a nice even coat over the whole surface. And then once we've got that covered over, we're just going to spritz it with green ink to get some speckling into the whole surface so it's not an even colour. There you go, thanks for watching, see you again next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and stuff. Bye!